Longtime viewers, aka the two of you, are probably definitely aware of the fact that it has not been 25 hours and stuff's just starting to go together. That's that Bandai model kit difference. I ain't trying to praise the ground Bandai walks on or anything. They blow ass in a lot of different ways, but the model kit stuff ain't one of them. It's cheap as fucking hell compared to Kotobukiya, I guess. It's quality compared to Kotobukiya. I'm just gonna shit on Kotobukiya. I reckon is what I'm doing. It's not fair. They used to make very good, very cheap kits, at least the ones that I have. They were 30 bucks for Proto Man and Roll and Mega Man. I don't have Mega Man. Anyway, when I see Kotobukiya asking fucking 80 bucks per Mega Man X model kit, and like they're good, don't get me wrong. They're just not great. For the amount of plastic and the amount of you know what? He's posed all cool and shit, supposedly. But I'm gonna unpose him. It's been like this long enough. If I can get him out of here. Base not included, by the way. That's a Figma base. And that's not a Ligma joke. They really do call them Figma. Alright. I'm taking... Alright. Here's fucking Nightmare Zero. I got him because the colors are cool. And we can all make bad purchase decisions in the middle of the pandemic. I think that's just fair to say. God gives us one or two bad purchases during the pandemic a year. I'm gonna try and get the colors looking nice on stream. It's like, he's too dark right now. And the bitch barely wants to stand. You can see, he just ain't right. Joints are pretty loose, which, I mean, it happens. The feet are... I think I might can get him to stand. One of these feet I had to super glue in a certain way because they're fucking garbage. I think this must be the one because it doesn't really want to play ball. Yeah. X6, you're right. Game sucks. Alright. I can't with this guy. There's a reason I had him in that pose. So, for one... I'm gonna need you to feast your fucking eyes on this shit right here. That shit broke on me while I was putting it in the fucking... in place. It just snapped. Kill me. Look at this beautiful three-dimensional shit right here. Like from the back, yeah, beautiful. From here, wow, thanks. The effect part, yeah, the sword effect, that's really fucking badass. I'll give it to him. This is printed. The Z, this is not a decal. That's just printed on there. But like you can see the boob lights, they have this... Oh, no, you can't see that. All of these clear parts, as beautiful as they are, they have, like, a really obvious... Can I get... Okay, from there you can see it. There's a peg where it plugs in. Um, you can tell the boob lights have eyes. It's not okay. The head gem, it's got that line in it. Why, dog? Just fuck. From the back, like, I mean, everything is really good. It looks very, very passable. There's no paint on this kit. I did some basic bitch panel lining on his little fucking Hanes underwear right here to put the lines in it, but that's it. The face, printed. Didn't have to do anything. But the motherfuckers are charging $86 for this kit. I'm gonna leave him over here. And we're gonna see what Dukemon has to say about Nightmare Zero, who can't even fucking stand up straight. Big, biblically accurate Mega Man hands, by the way. The scaling of the kit is good. How it looks compared to the canon of Mega Man is good. But, like I said, we're just gonna leave him over here. Hopefully it won't fall, break into a billion pieces. The plastic, it feels like it's super fucking, like, it's matte. It's got a matte finish on it. It's very nice feeling. It's like when you buy something and it's not rubberized, but it's like polished, or not polished. It's like it's been sanded, but not with obvious sand marks. I don't know the word. I'm at a loss. But I have a feeling that this Dukemon, which he was on sale, but even if he wasn't on sale, it's 30 bucks. I have a feeling it is going to slap Zero's ass around. And the comparison of $30 to $80 for what you get, Kotobukiya can lick my fucking ass. Because, like, come on. Nothing about this is worth $80. The only thing that makes him worth $80 is the delusion of Mega Man fans, and I am chief delusion, don't worry. I'm not shitting on anybody for that. It's just, it's an atrocity. And Kotobukiya has, like, these huge battle network. Like, they've got Mega Man, and they've got Roll now, and they're making Bass, Mr. Fish himself. And, like, I'm gonna break down and get him, because I'm an edgelord, okay? Don't get me wrong, which means I'm gonna have to get the fucking Kotobukiya Mega Man. God damn it. It's just, I don't want to spend that kind of money on it, you know? I hate it. I just wish Bandai was the people making all that shit. Because the quality would be 20 times better, and the price would be 20 times less. Presumably. I don't know. Maybe they would be like, yeah, well, you know, he's huge, he's gonna be $80, but, like, Bandai knows they can't sell people on an $80 kit when there's master grades that have a full inner frame and shitloads of gimmicks and all that nonsense, and he's on the dollar comparatively. They just know. Anybody that tunes in halfway through the stream now is gonna be like, what the fuck is Zero doing here? Completely and blissfully unaware that I'm using Zero as a quick and dirty way to critique 2 kits for 1. I'll just join the ranks of other people and make model kit review videos. Hello, Shroop. Made it after all. If you're wondering why Zero's there, we're going to compare these model kits after I'm done. in terms of stability and quality. Because I sustain that Kotobukiya's model kits are fucking garbage. He's here for the opposite emotional support, actually. He's emotionally damaging. Goes right together. Very nice. Stands. It ain't looking good for our guy Zero. There we go. It's Dukemon. But he needs one last thing. A fucking cape. I will say, I think it's a little bit sad that there's not like wires in the cape to help you pose it. I've seen some kits that have that when they have a cloth cape. But we'll forgive it for now. There he is. With cloth cape. I guess I need to like pull him forward, but I can also do this. Alright, we're gonna do some lively shit. So that's the Dukemon. It's the whole guy. In 2 hours and 45 minutes. Compare that to the last time that I built a model kit. No painting done, obviously, so that's gonna change how long it takes, but he is complete. And most importantly, it's time to just grill Kotobukiya. There's a whole sticker sheet right here. I've already showed it off. There's his goofy fucking eyes. I'm not putting those on there. I'm gonna paint that. For one, they're about the same size. That's comparable. That's fine. They're also empty as hell. Oh, you can really see the fucking bitty eyes now. Zero doesn't stand. That's issue number one, is that Zero doesn't stand. He is a wanted criminal for how he does not stand. He's also floppy as fuck. It's hard really to like show just how floppy he is. He doesn't fall to pieces. But get this fucking sword out of here. At it with that fucking thing. He doesn't stand. Well, happily, you can... Yeah. Dukemon, solid as a fucking rock. Holy cow. The cape, not solid. This, yeah, actually, this is a good way of showing how solid he is. I'm just going to violently shaken baby syndrome him until the whole thing falls apart. Not because of his fault, because I cut the things so that it would fall apart. Alright, we're putting him back together. Zero, his ass ain't doing it. I'm going to shake him to pieces if I do that. The issue here is not that Zero is floppy. There's a lot... Yeah, you can tell how shitty Zero is. There's a lot to love about it. There's no stickers on Zero, I already said. His face and all that is printed. That's good stuff. It makes it hard to paint him. But that's whatever. The effect parts are cool, but like... It's a fucking $80 kit. That's the issue. That's what I was already writing home about, was the fact that he is 80 bucks and I got Dukemon for 15, but the motherfucker was on sale. This is a $30 piece of plastic toy. versus what's going on with Zero. And it's night and fucking day. I think the only thing that I would say is bad about Dukemon is that, like, the color is kind of ass, but no, it's not. It just looks that way. He's super saturated with all the light, but in person, no, this is really cool looking. They did a great job. And that's typical for the fucking Bandai kits. They're cheap as hell and they look great. And that's just how it is. There's gonna be more work that needs to be done, because, I mean, look at him from behind. This is a crime. Which, just the shield. From the cape, like, this is great. I would never complain about that. The articulation, probably fucking immaculate if I can get his hips to stay together. Like I said, that's my fault. I'm the one that did the hips to make them where they don't function anymore. He's got old man hips now. The legs, the feet don't bend. I think that might be the only problem. You can get about that much. You get that and that with the feet. And that's, like, in a perfect world, you can get... In a perfect world... That's the one that I... No, that's not the one. That is the one that I glued. Oh. In a perfect world, you get a lot out of these feet because they were made to be able to get a lot out of them, but the reality of the situation is that they are fucking scum. The feet in this kit, an atrocity. Alright, I got him back in there. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. You can get that much out of the feet. And they can go up about that much too. Like, it's you get a lot out of that. But it's so bad. They were horribly put together. Like, you get that much bend with, like, the... Is he in here? No, he's out there. But Mega Man X is. I'm gonna really embarrass the Kotobukiya kits, and the Kotobukiya fans that end up watching this shit in the future. They're done for. No, I'm not gonna go get him. I don't care. The D-Arts kits, or the D-Arts figures, which, I mean, they're figures and not model kits. I guess you can argue that kind of shit, but it's the same thing. Way more posable than that. You get that much bend out of Dukemon's leg. You get this much out of his arm, which, okay, that's 90 degrees. I'll say that's kind of ass. I've really sabotaged it by doing this to the hip. That will be fixed in the future, because I'm going to glue it in place after I've gotten it all nice and sanded up and painted. But yeah, I think the arms are kind of disappointing because they're 90 degrees and not a lot more. But they also have this fucking armor on them. You would never get more than 90 degrees out of them. They thought this through. I guess this looks kind of cheesy. The plastic part up here for the before the cape. I know some people that would bitch and moan endlessly about the cloth cape, and they just wish there was a plastic cape. But I mean, that's a user thing. I like the cloth cape. That's neat. Overall, like 50 times better than Zero. He can hold the shield out in this really awkward way. It looks bad from the side. They gave you this stand like you were going to need it for holding the shield out, but I don't think so. Even the lance. I think you can hold them both out and he won't fall forward. Yeah, he's fucking perfect. Look at him. He comes with hands. I didn't make those, because I don't really think of him as a guy with hands, but he does have hands. If you ever wanted to have, like, lanceless Dukemon or whatever. Generally, grade A plastic model kit versus the $80 disappointment. And I'm not knocking Zero. He looks good on the shelf. And building him wasn't awful. But for 80 bucks, man. The kind of shit that you can buy in the Gundam land with $80 versus this guy. And the only thing that he has going for him is color separation. And like really cool effect parts, because like this is to me undeniably very neat looking, but I'm sure there's some people with differing opinions on that, and I don't blame them. The shoulders on Dukemon are also something else entirely. They're about the same shoulder wise, I think. I'm never gonna get this Zero positioned the way that I had him beforehand, so we'll just forget about him. I'll put him up somewhere. I say all of this as a way of, I don't know, if you want to get into model kits, don't buy any Kotobukiya shit. It's just garbage.